and welcome to my channel, everyone. Last few weeks, maybe even 2 months, I'm playing with collection called Sage Archives, Wild Sage Archives, and as you can see, I do enjoy it quite a lot. I have created so much from this collection, and this is what we will create today. This is a flexible, very flexible spine. So for those who love to create interesting openings, so many pockets, and add so many inspirational cards and inserts to your journal, this will be probably the one you will enjoy the most because it is very flexible. It's very spacious. You can put your journal together like this, and then this is not finished. This is prepared to be decorated. Then you can take off each of your pages and decorate it separately. Do some embellishment, and once you are done, you will just slide your hinges back. Take your binding strip and fix your page into your journal. And of course, you can add there more and more because as you can see, your journal will give you plenty of space. So today we will create this base, this beautiful magnetic opening, and so many gorgeous pockets. I do hope you will enjoy it. I do believe you already saw many videos about that accordion base and pages which do have cutted entry in the fold, and you slide that accordion base into that page and you secure that accordion base with something here, some piece of cardstock, so that accordion, it gets stuck here. I do believe it's from Netherlands originally. I think so. I think I did read that somewhere, but I'm not sure. I was thinking, how about if we will create 2 accordion strips and make 2 openings, one hollow here, one hollow here, and then those 2 accordion strips we will slide, and slide here some strip of paper, and then we will have kind of like another sliding spot between those 2 accordion strips here. I do have here on my table 13 different types of pages, pockets, folders, and folders and booklets which I can use as a page in my accordion style journal. I think I will use all of them. I think so. There are these tall ones and there are these smaller ones. I'm gonna have a look which one is smallest. And one more time, these are my papers from Wild Sage Green Archives, and the patterns are Ink Savers patterns which I have printed on those Wild Sage Archives papers. So I'm gonna have a look which one is the smallest part. This is smallest part, and if I will take it like like a measurement where I can put those accordion style strips, this will be too small. So I'm thinking I will actually don't use this as a page. I will use just 12 pages. This will be like my measurement here on the end, and here I will make 2 spots. For that, I'm gonna take my paper punch. This is slot paper punch. I have in my stuff for many years now. I found it on Amazon. It's widely used for creating ID card holders, which can be put on some ribbon or so. So with this paper punch, you are creating those slots. And I'm gonna use that to create my entries for that accordion style binding. And maybe it will be good if I will actually create first those accordion strips, so I know the measurement of strips, and then I will know how big hole for those strips I should cut. So first I'm gonna create those strips. For creating my binding strips, I'm gonna be using this wallpaper sample. Actually, it does have beautiful yellowish color here inside, and that other side I did choose this brownie color with a little bit of gold because I think it will look cute. It will be mostly covered with lace, I do believe. I decided to use this beautiful lace and sew it with my sewing machine on this brown side. With that sewing, I will reinforce that strip of the wallpaper, and I do hope it will look amazing once it will be folded and slide into my papers. The lace will be kind of ish inside when it will be inside. It will make sense once I will show you what I mean. Or I can maybe make it like decorative element inside as well. Well, I will see, guys. Anyway, I will use my sewing machine and sewn strips on these strips, and the width of these strips I decided to measure with my ruler, and I will use the width of my ruler, which is 1 inch in the width, this. So I'm gonna be using that ruler as my measurement, and I'm gonna cut few strips. I do have 12 pages, so I will have to count it because I wanna also make probably 1 inch folds like this, which will be slide inside. I don't think I need a bigger one. I think that 1 inch fold will be good enough, so I need to count how many strips I need. If I will need some extension, I will glue another strip here and fold until I will have 12 folds. I do have 3 strips done, and I think I will have to do one more because I folded one, and yeah, well, I need to also show you I do have on that strip sewn with 2 sewn line that lace, so it makes beautiful decoration. And here I try to fold it with 1 inch fold like this, and I counted that from this leg I will have 6 hinges, kind of ish, which will be slided, you know, 1 hinge will be slided to that opening here, and it will be here inside, and through to this loop I will slide some cardstock. So I do have 6 hinges, which means for 6 papers like this, and I do have 12, which means I need 2 strips to create hinge, 1 hinge for all 12. So I will need another 2 strips for create that, you know, I want to have 1 hinge here, another hinge here on the bottom, 2 hinges. So first I need to put them together, kind of extend it. So for that I'm gonna use my sewing machine and sew it together, actually, to make it stronger and to make sure that it will don't get unglued straight away. And I will also put there a little bit of glue, of course. Place these together like this, and also secure it with the tape, and then secure it even more with my sewing machine. And same I will do with this one and one more strip. So like this, I'm gonna extend that. If you don't have wallpaper samples, you can use just simple cardstock and glue strips of cardstock together, then decorate it with the lace maybe, or with the ribbon, or you don't have to use ribbon at all. You can use just cardstock. It can be strong enough. I'm using that lace because it's decorative and it makes this wallpaper stronger, but you know, any cardstock will do. Beautiful job. And if you do have some beautiful decorative 12 by 12, you can use that. Cut it on strips, glue them together to make it long enough for your pages, and then fold it in some, in some measurement. I'm using that 1 inch fold here, this one. So I'm gonna create one more and create my strips. I do have my 2 long strips with that sewn on it the fabric. I have folded it in that zigzag folding, 1 inch each side, and I also prepared 12 strips which are 3/4 of inch in the width, and they are long as this larger folder from my collection of folders and folded pages and pockets. So I do have prepared everything I need. I'm gonna get up my poking tool or paper punch, I'm not sure how to say that, and I think I will make holes using this as my template, which means that I'm gonna get up pencil, 2 of these strips, and I think I'm gonna place them the way that on each side will be about 1/4 of inch. And I'm gonna make a mark here and mark here, just to make sure I can fit into that hole. And same I'm gonna do here, mark here, mark here. Now I know where to punch the holes through that opening here. I will also see my marks. So in that spot, 1, and here I can see that spot, that mark, and I will poke the hole like this. Oh, not this one. Oh, what I'm doing, look at me. Oh, okay, not that one, guys, not that one. This I need. Oh, stupid me. Okay, that was mistake. So I'm gonna make a mark one more time. Oh my god, I'm silly. So one here. This will be inside, and one more here. Oh mine, that was not so clever. I am not the brightest, what is it, brightest tool. I do read sometimes those comments. Okay, so now I do have poked both of these holes. Before I will continue with my strips, I had to pre-fold them again because they were too open. So I'm holding them between 2 paper punches to keep them folded like this. They are moving too much because it's soft paper. Try to use some nice cardstock, otherwise you will have to do this like me. So before I will put those hinges in there through to those holes, I need to actually create those holes on all of these pages. So I'm gonna take this as my template, place it kind of in the middle of that next page, or it depends. If I want to have it like beautiful pyramid, so each side here will be equal, or if I want to have it like cascading style, so this will be on the bottom, and from that will go where those hinges will be placed, but I think I'm gonna place it like this in the middle, so then I can mix and match the pages, that some of these small ones can be between those large ones, and it still will make nice beautiful layout. So I'm gonna place this always in the middle, and I'm gonna mark the hole here and here, and just in case I'm gonna poke it straight away to make sure I do have it done. Okay, and I'm gonna move to next one and do exactly the same. Always this will be like my template. And poke the holes. I do have all these pieces with those holes, and I kind of place them in some kind of, not order, I mix them in the sizes. So now I'm gonna always get up my hinges, which are these. So I do have one and second one, and as I said, this is from that wallpaper, so it's kind of like flimsy ish, like this. If it will be from cardstock, it will be much better way done, but I do believe in the end it will look awesome. So I'm gonna start from last page, and I'm gonna grab one hinge. Which way I will start? I think this way I will start, and I will see how it will go. I'm gonna get up one hinge, slide it in, and here one hinge, slide it in into these holes, and now I'm gonna take one of these dividers and slide it through. This is easy way to make book binding, to bind pages together. You can make one full hole through to your page and slide there just one piece, fold it in this zigzag accordion style, and then put there something what will hold that fold inside. I do believe you saw many of these tutorials, because there is many of tutorials with this kind of binding, and they always looks awesome. But I was thinking if I will make these two, now I do have spot here, so if I will take, let's say this one, this is too big. But if I will take this little folder, I can slide it here. So I do have also holding for another extra mini page with these. Now I can take this folder, get up another two folds, slide it inside here, slide it inside here. And again, I'm gonna get up one of these dividers or strips and slide it through. And I'm gonna take another page or another folder and slide through the hole my zigzag accordion hinges here and one here. And again, secure it with the strip. Because I do have there that lace, it can be tricky, it can get stuck with that lace, but it just needs a little bit of patience and work through, and then I do have it done. And I can take another page and again slide it behind that or into that hole. Slide this into that top hole and again secure it with the strip. I'm gonna continue with all my papers. And here I do have binded all papers together. You can see how beautiful it look with that lace in those strips. It is nicely flexible, so I will have space with each page to decorate it, to make some changes, to make some extensions, and each of these pages I can easily take out from that binding, even if it will be fully binded together with front and the back cover. And that's what I'm gonna be working on it right now. I was thinking if I will do full size of book cover, but I'm thinking for these I will actually do different sizes for front and back cover. I will make them look different, I mean. So for back cover, I'm thinking to use this size without that top. So the top will be visible when cover will be on. So for that back cover, I will use, I will say 4 1/4 inch or 11 centimeters probably by 20 centimeters, and it's 7 3/4 inch for back cover. I do have 3 pieces for back cover, and then I do have for front cover 3 pieces as well. I'm gonna create one cover from all these 3 pieces, kind of like layered cover, and it is in the size of 10.5 by 16.5 centimeters, in inches 4 by 6.5, and it will be this size, so it will cover just those first few pages. And here it will cover mostly all of that back. And I made it from 3 layers because one will go here and will hold front pieces. Then I will reinforce this one, and I think I will cut some entry here. I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking to create something like a frame from that top, glue it together with this kind of like middle part, and then glue it here. And that way I will create cover for front, and same way I would like to create cover for back. I don't like these sharp corners too much, so I'm gonna grab my corner punch, and with this middle part, middle size, I'm gonna cut this side, that right side of that cardstock corners. And same I'm gonna do with that back cover. I just will cut left side of these corners, and this side will be spine side, so I'm gonna keep it as it is. To wrap my covers, I'm gonna be using some of the labels I just shared with my Patreons. We do have already few different styles, and I think the latest is this one. I'm thinking, yeah, I think this is latest, and we do have these already, so maybe this one. I think I'm gonna use that, or which one? Maybe field notes. I will see some of these labels and papers from that sage green, and probably mixed with some of the kind of like file folder, but I'm kidding, document papers. Oh, I lost my words. Where are those papers? Ah, here. I think I'm gonna mix them all together. So one of these I'm gonna wrap. Yeah, I think this one. So I have made this frame from that green paper, and I'm gonna place it over the piece I'm gonna be using as a front cover, just like this. So it will be also top loaded pocket, and I can glue it straight away. Just want to show you, I do have that strip with fabric with that lace inside, and I do see and feel that lace through to this opening. I cut it with my scissors, so now I can glue it on my cover right here. I do have pocket here, and now I'm gonna create top and the bottom part. I'm gonna use this for the top and this for an inside of the paper. This piece is wrapped into decorative paper, and it will be from this side. And here on the top I would like to place this piece, and I would like to kind of hinge it here inside to make this as a flap over this one. So first I'm gonna be using magnets to close these two together. So magnets will be here and here. And because it will be there some dimension because of that lace, I'm gonna be using these large magnets. These are 1 millimeter in the thickness, but I think it's 9 millimeters in diameter. So I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna place double-sided tape for holding my magnets. One here and one here. So one somewhere here. Hold it on that double-sided tape. One somewhere here, and again I'm gonna press it to the double-sided tape. I'm gonna place this aside for now. I'm gonna also keep this end here that will I will use to wrap it inside into this kind of like hinge. So I'm gonna cut my paper here. Like this. this. Now I can place 2 magnets here. So I know where my magnets will go. Before I will glue this on that kind of like leftover of that paper, I'm gonna put some decorative paper here inside. So for just a minute, I'm gonna take off that extra magnets and put some decorative paper here. So now I do have that inside, and I do have stitching here between magnets and on this side and on this side. So now I can start to place it together. I'm gonna glue this here together like this. Now I'm gonna place double-sided tape on my magnets. So I do have double-sided tape here and here on the top. I'm gonna fold this, press it, good. And I can decorate this with probably some tape. I do have here this strip of that medical tape, which I do color with alcohol ink. I'm using this one for very long time already now, this coloring of medical tape, because it always makes a really beautiful effect. So now I'm gonna place here and here over those magnets strips. So I do have those tapes which are securing my magnets, and it's still closing really nicely. And as a closure, I'm gonna use this tag and string wrapped underneath. And I think I'm gonna be using this one all around of my journal. And to make it possible, I'm gonna pop up this a little bit. I do have here offcuts from an old envelope, so I'm gonna glue them together. It will make kind of like step, which will rise a little bit that tag. And now this little pile I'm gonna glue to that tag. And I'm gonna let this dry to make sure I don't have there too much glue all around. All this is glued and dry. I also added string, quite long one, on my tag. So now I can glue it here and make it as an closure around that journal. I'm gonna put the glue. Right here. Now I'm gonna get up my book block and I'm gonna apply the glue on these first 2 strips. place here this back side, this one what will be inside, and glue it here and glue it here. I'm gonna let this dry properly, and meanwhile I can work on back cover, and I'm gonna just glue two together and then wrap one into one decorative paper, second into some kind of like document paper, because back cover I will do very simple way. So for inside of my book I have choose this one, and for outside of that back cover I did choose this collage. I have used sewing machine all around, and now I'm gonna put the glue on these strips on back cover. I also added, when I was sewing this, I also added one sewn strip here on the end of this card. So now I'm gonna glue in, on that card, these two strips, and then I will add also that sewn effect to hold these strips on that card. So first placing it here. Once it will be glued, I'm gonna be using my sewing machine and do sewing here on close to that spine edge. And I do have front and back plates for my covers glued and sewn with this close to spine sewing line. So now I can glue this one here to the front, and this one, simple one, to the back. For gluing I am using this tacky glue, and I do hope it will hold really nice, because the tacky glue is actually really good. It's very strong and it dries clear and quite fast way. So I'm gonna place it together. Make sure it's sitting nicely. And I will probably use a few paper clips to hold it for some time, just to make sure it will get glued properly. And after drying, I do have base of my journal done. Look how much spacious it is, because there is that lace, and the folds of my binding system are kind of like bulky, slightly bulky, these folds. It gives to my book quite lots of space to those pages, so I can decorate it like a lot. I can enjoy any kind of extra openings and maybe even pop-ups. And that's all for today. My book is slowly getting thicker and fuller. I started to add there things we have created with my Patreons. Where are they? I don't know. This one and this one, and opening and all kind of decorations. So I'm starting to add there these things. Some of the tutorials are now on my Patreon, and some will be probably continuing on my Instagram. I really love this one. It's a beautiful waterfall with the words, and it's really awesome. So this is my journal for today. I do hope you will try it because really honestly it's a lot of fun. It's not hard to create it, and the result it's amazing, especially if you like to add there a lot. And as you saw, I do have there already a lot, and it's still not full. I can still, squeeze it quite a lot. It still does have space to add there even more. So this spine, this binding, it's awesome. If you don't want to do two hinges, you can do one full hinge. There are tutorials just with one full hinge, and I do believe you will enjoy that very, very much. I hope I bring you some inspiration. Thank you so much for jumping in today and spending your time with me. I wish you all beautiful day. Take care of yourself, and I will be back soon. Bye.